Naozaj, kako se goš tako opet, kako da je ako ne v muzičko to makedonsko televizijsko show Hard and Heavy, se nojame na severu od Balkanu, se nojame na Alpite, se nojame v Tomin na Metal Days v Slovenija, se nojame na mesto to od zlostorstvo to i pokraj mene se novite moji sogovornici. Stanува zbor za momčina koji ne doaja od Brazil, stanува zbor za momčina koji ne doaja od São Paulo, stanува zbor za momčina koji negуваат heavy power metal, станува збор за бедот Armada! First, welcome to Macedonian TV show.
Thank you very much, Sasha. We're very happy to be here with you.
Yeah. Tell me, you started in 2018. Why you take the name Armada?
The name Armada.
The name Armada, actually, we wrote a song about the
Armada Revolt.
about the revolt, and we recognize it as a strong name, so we decided to use it. Is a name in Portuguese, but we decided to put an 8 before the second A, and after the second age, second A. And this is a strong name. It's about a real fact what happened in Brazil, Armada riot, and that's it.
And also, and Armada was the Royal Navy from the ancient empire of Brazil.
Yes, Royal Navy. Yes.
Refers to the
The
Marines.
name of the Marines of the Royal Navy.
Yes.
This revolt, this Armada revolt, considered a fight between the Marines and the army. So we had ships firing missiles to the coast.
Yeah.
Marines against the military, you know.
Yeah.
So it was a mess.
Yeah, it's amazing. Your first album in 2013, and the first album it's Armada, just like a band. Where are you recording the album?
No, the album was
We recorded the album.
Yeah.
Me and Renato recorded the album in 2013. Yeah, it was released in 2013, but we began it in 2011. For we got together and we said to ourselves, we must record this shit. And we must talk about Brazilian history, for no one does that. And we like this kind of stuff, you know. Nowadays in Brazil we have like a cultural crisis, and we believe that if we search for the roots of it, we may find some explanations, you know. And then we finally got the album together. Me and Renato, we recorded all the vocals. I recorded all the vocals, guitars, him too. The producer played the drums. We also played the bass. And finally, in 2013, we all got together to begin the live shows. And here we are.
Yes, I used to say Isabel was formed to record a single, and it's turned to a EP, and it's turned to a CD, and it's turned to a band.
It was just a project in the beginning.
Yes.
Then became the band. Then
And it becomes a band in 2014 when we did our first show ever, opening for Sabaton in São Paulo. Was a great show, and then we did many others, many festivals, and finally we are here playing in Tomin, playing at the Metal Days Festival. Was a great show, and we are planning to record a new album on the second half of the year, and that's it. Yeah, it's doing good.
Tell me, your thematic of the lyrics in the history, Brazilian history, and why do you like it to say? Because you like it to know the history and other people or how does it suffer Brazilian people?
There's something strange in Brazil. For so few artists talk about our history, you know. And since we were a child, we learned from our mother, our father, histories that derives from the natives, tales including the alligator, and some beasts. And it doesn't have a happy ending, never. Since we are a child, we learn about those histories, and we also hear lots of heavy metal bands that also talk about history of their lands. For example, in England you have Iron Maiden. They talk about history of their land. In Germany, you have so many bands that talk about the Viking stuff, Grave Digger. We also did the opening act for them. And then we said we have such a rich history in Brazil. We must talk about it. So many themes, so many episodes. And we can also talk about the history inside the history. This is a plenty of material that we can work with. And we are very happy for people are getting interested. Even some people that are not into metal, they listen to this stuff and they say, I like this. I never had this information before.
And me too, I like it and understand because I have a band Medusa, same I lyrics right and from the history Macedonian. Just like you
that's great.
understand everything, I understand.
It's good to show the world that our history it's so fucking good as another and as the European history that we have listened in our idol bands.
Who like the lyrics?
Me and Renato. We do it together. And we always make our reunions with all the guys. Everybody says something about what we believe, and then we
And every song's the Battle of History Brazilians?
yes. All the songs.
Not only about battles, but our lyrics are about real facts what happened in Brazil. We recognize a lot of bands and try to put tribal elements, some textures musically, but in lyrics we have missing the real stuff, So you decide to put this the real facts in our lyrics. So each song is about an episode from the Brazilian history,
There's not should be forgotten.
They should not be
Those that
forgotten,
should
yes.
not be forgotten.
History is not just wars. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff in history, and we have the Indian folklore too, that we talk about in some lyrics.
If you don't have a history, if you don't have the roots, you don't exist. You're nobody. This is man. It's men who have big history and must listen the album Armada for Armada and everything to teach from Brazilian history. And tell me, where take the influence for your music?
Everybody in the band likes history a little bit, but I think that Renato and Mauricio are more interested into history, so they search a lot, read a lot of books. There is some research before every song. It's not something that we just start to write about, because we are always concerned about the content of our music. It's not just a history. We want to be accurate. We want to be precisely what we want to say, and always we try to not choose a political stand. We keep in mind that we are a band that tells chapters of Brazilian history, no matter what our political views are. So we are really into making something that like bring other people to our culture, bring other people to our history, without making a stand for any point of view. So it's basically telling people great stories about our history, and there is, as I said, a lot of research for every lyric.
He hits the head of the nail. On the other hand, we are a country made by immigrants. We all descend from people from Europe, from Africa, and what the common sense that people teach in schools that Brazil was discovered. Brazil was not discovered.
Yeah.
You know that? Brazil was not discovered. Even the Phoenicians were there before the Portuguese, you know. And this is so important, for we must teach the real history of Brazil. This is our aim, you know. And since we are a country made by immigrants, we have cultural parts from all over the world, mainly Europe too, you know. And we know here in Europe, there's lots of problems with wars, immigrants, the countries who accept immigrants, the countries who do not accept. And our tour that we are making is the proof that, you know, we can make it better. We can spread the word, for we are all immigrants in this life.
Who you influence when you be a child? Who are the first band? Who you listen? Who are the favorite singer?
Heavy metal bands you're talking about?
In general.
In general.
Long list.
There's a long list. Some
The favorite.
in Brazil, there's a famous guy, everyone should know him, Raul Seixas, for example, Os Mutantes. I'm talking about Brazilian bands, roots. Yes.
Because not every know that. No.
Mutantes are well known here in Europe. Os Mutantes, the mutants, you know. And we also listen to ancient songs with acoustic guitars, you know. People from the countryside, Tião Carreiro, guys that are so hard to play here, their songs, guys that already died from the 50s, you know. But of course we're influenced by heavy metal. In Brazil we have Sepultura, for example. Of course we respect it and everything they've done for heavy metal, you know. To get Brazil now is known because of them, and also Angra. Right?
Angra Progressive.
Yes, we love those bands.
Crisium for that.
Crisium também.
I work in 2 times interview with him, and working interview with Crisium and Brazil.
All Brazilian bands who worked hard to get there, and this is what we are trying to do now.
Yeah, it's amazing. Who is the next step? Because you say maybe now to be the new material, and to be in the new album.
Yes. After this tour, we finished today at the New Forces stage. We will go to Brazil. We will go back to Brazil, and we will start to record a new album. We already have 14 songs on pre-production, and we record another 14 episodes from Brazilian history, and that's it. And try to spread new stuff for the Brazilian world.
As we are working a lot, a few past years, like to be a well-known band in Brazil, especially in Brazil, of course. We are planning to make this second album like a big release, with all the professional stuff that we didn't have at the first time. So, and as we are. We have a growing audience, a growing public in Brazil. We can manage this by our social media numbers, Spotify account, a YouTube channel. So I think that our second album will be a great next step for us, and hopefully open a lot of doors to new tours and new international concerts. Yes, of course, there will be new songs. And today we played a new song today. This song was never played in Brazil. This is something we made. It was
a gift. Yeah. This was a gift to the European tour.
Yes.
No, it was it's a song that we are really proud of, because it's we can say that not our first song, but it's a song that all 5 of us contributed a little bit with any. So this is a really Armada. There is a Armada spirit in this music, and of course, it's just one of the many other great songs we already have to the next album. So
But the focus is the new album, and that's it. We were thinking now.
But the important thing is we have a great contribution of these guys. And
Now Armada is 5 people.
on the news,
Complete.
we are complete. We are a complete lineup. So the contribution of these guys is very important for this new material. We are very happy we are very excited to record this new stuff. See what happens. Yes.
You'll be great.
Do you have the video clips promotion for Armada?
No, lyric videos only.
But, we have lyric videos for most part of the songs from the new album. But probably we record a video clip for the upcoming album. But we don't know how song yet.
Gonna be chosen for like our main song of the second album, as every band choose one to be the.
But definitely we will be record a official video for the new song.
That's a thing that is in our plans.
Do you have the label?
Not yet. We are an independent Brazilian band playing in Metal Days, and I'm sure we are the only Brazilian band in this, in 2018 here, and we are still independent. This is why we made this tour, and we are doing our best to release this new album with new song played only here, to call the attention, we're searching for it, to make it happen, to spread the word around the globe. We just want people to believe, and I believe this feeling is increasing,
Yeah. And for the end, what would you like to say for Macedonian metal fans and Europe fans, people who are watching this interview?
You have no idea how happy we are. We crossed the ocean to get to you, to be here. Yes. Our journey, we just wish on this tour, we just wish we were younger. But here we are, having a nice time with my brother, Sasho, and thank you for your audience.
Never too late. Never too late or too old for metal.
Yeah! And we hope to see you next year. Stay tuned.
And also keep following us on our Spotify page, our Facebook page, and Instagram. Deezer also. There is always some new things. We will keep you guys updated of things we are preparing for the next album and concerts and everything.
Thank you.